What's up, guys? Chris with Cnc4newbies here, coming at you from the home garage. And hold on one second here. Okay. Wanted to show you guys. I've talked about this part before, but I was going to give you a quick synopsis of the actual operation and the elegancy of this. So let's see here. First things first, we're talking about the Cnc4newbies Rotary board. This is used for any of the machines that have the same pinout as Cnc4newbies and uses a Gecko control board. One of the issues with the Gecko control boards or stepper boards is that you have 4 drivers. So it typically drives an X, Y, Z, and they list Y2 as an A. So for like Cnc4newbies machines, X-carve machines, any machine that has 2 Y axes, you use up all the drivers. Okay. Joe over at Cnc4newbies came up with this board idea that was a very elegant solution to a very problematic setup on the rotary axes. So what he came up with was this control box, okay, or driver box. And it's really cool because inside of here is a driver. And then you have a dB input, you have a dB25 input, and you have a dB25 output. Okay. So what they basically do is shed connections for a driver that's inside of here, and they jump connections so that the Gecko gets all the connections that it needs. They also provide power to the driver. And then you'll connect your rotary table to that system. This is for a UC-CNC or a Mach 3 system. In our case, it's for UC-CNC. And what's really nice about it is once you connect this box, all you do is go into the profile that they originally sent, that Cnc4newbies originally sent, and you're going to unslave the A axis and turn it to a rotary axis. So you're going to check the box down at the bottom that says rotary, and then you're going to uncheck the slaved axis on the Y screen and the A screen. And you're basically going to do all your settings for your rotary based off of this. So your rotary wires will go in here, and you'll have matching pairs, typically like a black and green and blue and red, black and green, red and white, blue and yellow, red and green, stuff like that. So you'll just jump in and connect your rotary table. Anything for Demon yet? Mike, the Phil Johnson has a Demon rotary switch. And what that one does is it sheds for the X-axis or the Y-axis. It can be for either. But basically, you'll line everything up to where you need it. You'll hit the rotary switch. It'll leave the axis motor powered so that it doesn't move, but then it transfers all the signal to the stepper on the rotary table. So yes, there is a Demon setup. Is it simple to set up or use? That's relative. If you're dead set on using Gerbil, that's probably your best bet. Phil makes a great rotary switch plate and integrates it really well into the Demon controller. So, you know, you may reach out to him and ask him. I don't know if he does them very often or if he has any left. I had one of the very first ones. As a matter of fact, I think I had one of the prototypes, which, you know, Phil set up and really helped me work through it and understand how he uses that with his Demon controller. So, you know, both of these, the rotary converter here from Cnc4newbies is really cool because it gives the elegant solution to the Gecko, and kind of the same thing for the solution to the Demon with Phil Johnson's Demon switch. So for this setup, let's see here. Camera, back camera. Okay, so for this setup, we have a UC100 and it plugs in here. Okay, so now that UC100 takes the information from the computer, it goes in, then this feeds out through a DB25 parallel port cable like that, and then this cable goes into the Gecko board. Trying to do this one-handed like that. So now the only connections that we need to make are the 4 wires from this would go into the stepper driver there, and then power for the stepper driver would come from this wall wart. Signals for the Gecko will go through this DB25, and delivery from the computer goes here. UC-CNC setup is nothing more than unslaving the Y-axis and the A-axis in UC-CNC, and then setting the A-axis to a rotary axis and putting in your steps and everything like that. So these are the rotary tables that I use. I like them. They're inexpensive. I think for the whole assembly, I paid $300 with the tailstock, the chuck, and everything. So that's your basic gist of everything. All right. Later, guys.